Hi everyone, it's Raj and Gabby here of Relationship Fun and Games.
And Fights Clean, Sex Dirty TV.
Today we've got one of our top relationship tips on how to keep the fights clean before.
Because we don't want you to wait for that tension to mount in your relationship. It's what you're going to do day to day that's well before any of those fights flare up. That's what's going to dictate how often you're fighting, how bad that fight gets, and how long it lasts. So if you want a fabulous relationship, then front load it now, well in advance.
Give even a little attention, and action before any problems surface, and then demand your time and energy from you.
Often when it demands it, it's at the worst times possible, right? So today's tip for how to keep the fights clean before a fight even begins is called "The Problem is the Path." So well in advance of any fight starting, make an agreement with either yourself, or if your beloved is on board, great, make the promise with them as well, but you don't have to wait for them. They may say it takes two to tango, but you can change your relationship on your own. But just make that agreement to foster that day-to-day culture and embrace breakdowns.
Counterintuitive, I know. Embrace breakdowns? What the hell? Does that mean that we love to fight?
No, we don't.
We don't. Yet we've learned to stop resisting the friction factors that inevitably surface in a relationship and instead embrace them as what's next in your evolution as a couple. Gabby and I look at those friction factors and we get creative and we explore how to translate them into what we call peace practices.
Because if we accept that any tension, if we're having that tension, it's actually an invitation to healing. It's an opportunity that we can grow closer through it and even not get pulled apart by it. If we do that, then it becomes so much easier to resist that ego mind, you know, that mind that says, I don't need this shit, and shift your thinking into something more like, you know what? This is our shit. And since we're committed to having an extraordinary life and an extraordinary relationship, what we do is, what are we going to do to learn from this and make our relationship even better because of the argument? Not just move on, but actually move forward. You know, in short, I like to say the problem isn't the problem. The problem is you think the problem is a problem. The problem is actually the path.
Now you can get in on all sorts of our top tips, tools, and techniques under the category of how to keep the fights clean before on our website, in our live show, Fights Clean, Sex Dirty TV, in our blogs, or even in our 6-week course. Just don't wait.
No.
It's far easier to avoid an argument than it is to get out of one once you're in it.
So make that promise to yourself now, or even better with your beloved, but don't wait for them, that when you start to fight, you're going to stop resisting, stop avoiding, and don't waste your energy on wishing it wasn't so. Instead, get curious about what's that love lesson that's being called forward to take that latest friction factor and turn it into a peace practice and actually bring you together.
And bonus, translate that into a peace practice to do ongoingly to proactively and avoid the fight in the first place.
A playful, peaceful, passionate relationship is possible, and you deserve it.
Now it does take something, but it doesn't have to be so serious or so much work, and we're here to make it easier and more fun.
And remember, the problem isn't the problem is the path. So get to the website now, check out the tips, find the ones that are most applicable to your relationship so that your playful, peaceful, passionate relationship is on its way to you. Bye-bye.